So in general, we have different kinds of blood sugar testing. One is the OGTT. The other one is what we call just fasting blood sugar. Fasting blood sugar, which is fasting. Fasting blood sugar. In this case, you do it 8 to 12 hours fasting. And the other one is what we call postprandial. Postprandial means after eating. It means the patient will eat just a regular meal, okay, and then you do the test. Usually 2 hours after eating. 2 hours after eating, you check the blood sugar. Yeah, that is called postprandial. So 3 kinds: OGTT, oral glucose tolerance test, for gestational diabetes mellitus, and fasting blood sugar for regular, and postprandial, and the other is also sometimes for random blood sugar, which is called RBS. That means you test anytime. This is like a kind of walk-in. It's a kind of walk-in. Okay, that means they walk in and then you test for the blood sugar. The blood sugar. Okay? Then the other one is what we call the hemoglobin A1C. Hemoglobin A1C. Have you heard of this test? Have you heard of that? The hemoglobin A1C is a test to check, if you see here, to check how many percent of the hemoglobin is occupied by glucose. So you can see this is hemoglobin, okay, or the red blood cell. Can you see? This is the red blood cell. Okay, and look, in this case, how many glucose molecules are attached? Very few, yes? In this case, multiple, yes? So this kind is called hemoglobin A1C. So this one is with a high hemoglobin A1C, and this one is with the normal hemoglobin A1C. So that means fewer glucose is wanted on the glucose, on the red blood cell. Remember, not like a loss of. So usually this is determined in percentage. And let's see here the value. Can you see? Okay, can you see here? This is fasting. This is oral glucose. This is hemoglobin A1C. So what is preferred is 5.6 and below is preferred. That is the lowest, the best. So this is pre-diabetes. This is the diabetes above this. Okay, can you see? So fasting is 80 to 100 is normal fasting. 80 to 100 fasting. So if it is 125 sorry, above, that is diabetes. Oral glucose. So usually you determine oral glucose for the first hour, second hour, and third hour. Okay, you know what did you get this one? Let's say for now I take my 200 grams. This is my 200 gram glucose. Okay, the doctor will give me, or let's say the medical staff working there. Okay, this 200 milligram of glucose. How many minutes do I need to take to finish this one drinking?
3 hours?
Eh?
3 hours?
No, I have this 200 milligram, this 200 gram of what? Yes, this was my 200 gram of glucose I am given. That is to check my oral glucose tolerance test. How many minutes do I need to finish this one? Drinking. 5
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
You have to finish this one with 5 minutes. Okay. Let's say if I am given this one. Let's say I am given at 8 a.m. At 8 a.m. I am given 200 milligram, 200 gram of glucose. So I have to finish it at what? 8:05. Okay?
Is it 200 or 100?
Yes, 200 gram of glucose.
So for pregnant women, it's 100, right?
No, usually it's 200. Maybe they might do 100, but the usual is 200. Okay, they can do it. Maybe you see sometimes it might be, if you think it's higher, you might adjust. Otherwise, okay. Glucose tolerance test.
Because where I work,
Now you do 100 gram. Yeah,
so
yeah.
for the 1 hour, it's 50 grams.
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
For the 3 hours, it's 100.
Yeah, it
And
depends
then
on.
for
It
the
depends.
random
You know,
one,
it depends
65.
on if she is normal. She doesn't have anything before.
50.
You can increase it.
Okay.
But if you think she's diabetes, pre-diabetes, let's say maybe she's obese or she has some signs of pre-diabetes. Maybe when you do your the blood sugar, it's like borderline. Then you decrease a little bit. If she's really diabetes and on medication, then you have to lower it. Otherwise, you can't give her 200 gram and take a risk. So you have to adjust depending on the patient. If she's normal, if you take the fasting blood sugar and it's like in the normal range, then you can give up to 200. Thinking what? The body can tolerate the glucose. The body can adjust the glucose. That's the main principle here. Okay. Yeah. So you can see you can give 100, you can give 75, or 200 depending on the kind of the patient. If she is really a full-grown, full-blown she diabetes, then you have to lower it really so much. That means, okay. So this is what you do. If you do, after 1 hour, you check the blood sugar and you determine how much it is. After 2 hours and after 3 hours, so you do a 1 hour, 2 hour, and 3 hour glucose tolerance test. You got it? So it depends on what? The value depends whether she's okay before like diabetes, or she normal, or she pre-diabetes. Okay.
Or what sign to a pregnant woman give medical assistance that would give a doctor that would let them know that she has diabetes?
One is you will do the blood sugar test, the normal blood. The other is if she has signs of, let's say, polydipsia, she's thirsty a lot, she's drinking a lot of water, she's eating a lot before, she's peeing normal a lot. So those are the signs of diabetes. Especially what? A lot of drinking, a lot of eating, a lot of urination. These are the signs of.
Sweating is also in it, I think.
Huh?
Too much sweating.
Sweating, yeah, you can have that, but usually these are the
Signs.
3 signs. Yeah, and another is fatigue. When you feel fatigue, tired, that can also. But after it goes, then you can have. If she has some other additional conditions, then she might have sweating and so. But these are the main. When you say the diabetes, these are the things. Okay, so if she finish at 8:05, then at 9:05, what do you do?
It's over.
The first hour. Okay. The second hour will be 10:05. Okay, then third hour will be 11:05. Okay. Got it? That's what you mean. I can print out this one for you if you want at the
Yeah.
end, okay?